This is a close-up. How does it feel to have the camera on you? How does it feel to have the camera on you?
Huh?
How does it feel to have the camera on you?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know whether you had to on me or not. Well, I had that. I had TV better than anything.
Well, good, good. Got it going?
Mm-hmm.
What else do you watch?
I watch Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I love to hear Peter Jennings. News.
ABC News.
And then I watch Jeopardy, and then I watch the one Wheel of Fortune,
Yeah.
and I watch Tic Tac Toe, and Leave It to the Devil.
What's that?
That's Bill Cullen. You remember Bill
Yeah,
Cullen?
sure.
Well, he has this show,
Uh-huh.
and they spin for it, and the numbers, whatever comes up, and you have to, if the devil doesn't come up, you get the money, the number that comes up.
Huh.
But if the devil shows, you lose it all.
And you watched that Jeopardy? Did you watch Jeopardy
Oh,
when they
yes.
had the big money that night? The big money?
Yes, they get a lot of money. I don't know how they, TV gives away all that money.
Can you answer many of the questions yourself?
No. Some of them I can,
Uh-huh.
but, and I feel like I learned some things from it.
I've been wanting to ask you, what year did you finish college?
What year did I finish college?
Yeah, what year?
19 and 17.
And you had to go for 3 years?
And, Well, I went 1917, then I taught 2 years.
Uh-huh.
You had to teach.
Please.
Yeah,
So you could,
so I taught 2 years,
uh-huh,
and I went to the mountains of Virginia,
to teach.
mountains of Kentucky,
Where? What town?
Jenkins.
Jenkins, Kentucky.
Uh-huh.
What is that close to? Is that close to Berea?
Oh, that's close to, well, it's not very close to any big place. It's in the mountains.
In
And
eastern?
it was where the C&O headquarters was for the terminal, you know,
Uh-huh.
the C&O Railroad.
Uh-huh.
And they carried all the coal from the mine. It was mining country.
Was it at the other end of Kentucky from Cave City?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
Took me all night to go.
Uh-huh. Well, what did you teach business?
No, I taught 3rd grade.
Oh, was that right?
I love teaching the 3rd grade.
Uh-huh.
They were cute as they could be.
Uh-huh.
And, but I had some overgrown ones too.
Uh-huh.
And then, I found out that you could make more teaching in high school
Oh, you could?
than you could, yeah. They paid according to the high school or intermediate
Uh-huh.
kindergarten.
Uh-huh.
And so I went to and I wanted to take a business course anyway.
Uh-huh.
That's what I wanted to do at first.
Uh-huh.
I never did want to be a teacher, but that's the only thing my father was willing for me to do.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the business school there in Bowling Green,
Uh-huh.
and I qualified to teach business. And then that's when I went to Parksville.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And Celeste, you know,
Was she in Parsley or?
she had taught she had taught at Accomack
Uh-huh.
for 2 years. And commercial teachers weren't so easy to get then. And nearly all high schools had business courses. And my mother said to me, said, I could either teach in the college or high school. And she said, well, don't teach in the college because you'd be the year round. And if you teach in high school, you'd be home for the summer. So I had that in mind. And Celeste asked me if I had a school. And that very day, I had applied for college in Canton, Ohio. And I told her that I had applied, but I hadn't heard. And she said that her superintendent had written to her and asked her to get a commercial teacher. So if I wanted to go to apply, and she says, if he offers you Parksville or Temperanceville only, said you might consider it, but she says Chincoteague, so I don't think you would like that. So he offered me Parksville.
And you were teaching in the Parksley School?
So I taught in Parksville School. Taught 2 years. And Frank was on the school board. That's when I first met him.
Well, do you remember anything about, how much your pay was that first year?
$75.
A year? A year? $75 a year? Well, do you?
No, honey, I'm $75 a month.
A month.
Yeah.
Well, you went to live in the boarding home?
Oh, I lived in a good boarding house, Miss Markland. The house is gone now. But all the teachers stayed there. She had a regular boarding house, and she fed well. And when we had company, she didn't charge us anymore. I paid $25 for board and meat, and it was excellent. Had everything I wanted, and that's where I met Margaret Barnes. She was teaching there, and I had a room by myself, and she had a room by herself. And we recorded together. She was courting Wright and I was courting Frank. And we used to go out in the evenings together.
Well, did anybody have a car, or when you went out in the evenings, what did you did you walk?
Nobody had much of a car. Frank had a Ford coupe, and only two could ride in that. And and Wright had a car. There was a four-door, and we used to go in that a whole lot. And Howard Watts went with Julia Mama, and they married. And then there was another teacher that boarded there, and we ran around together. We used to go over to watch a prig every Sunday night for dinner.
Oh, to the hotel?
The whole crowd of us.
Wonderful.
And that was wonderful. That was small.
Did they have a nice dining room in the hotel?
Oh, great big dining room. And it served it country style, home fashion.
Yeah.
You could get your second hairpins. Was fun. We had a lot of fun. We always went in a bunch.
Well, if you went shopping, like if you needed shoes or you needed...
we ordered them from Bell and Hess and Sears and Roebuck and ordered. There wasn't any good stores around there then. For everything.
What kinds of things did you wear, like to teach in? Did you...
Oh, a dress, a shirt, waist, and skirt mostly, because that's what I wore mostly.
Did you sew those things? Or
Mother sewed for me. And when I get ready to go to school, I'd have new clothes made. Oh, we always dressed nice.
Right.
Nobody was sloppy looking.
How did you wear your hair?
Wore right straight back with waves across here and a bun in like that.
At the nape of your neck, the back of your neck?
Yeah.
How did you get the waves?
They were natural.
Oh, you
Just
had
like
waves?
what I have now. And of course my hair was thicker. and I had waves. That's the way Frank liked my hair.
Did you ever wear any of those fancy combs? You know, those big high combs?
No, I never did.
Uh-huh.
I never was much fancy fixing up.
Uh-huh. What kind, did you ever wear any jewelry? Did you have any jewelry?
Well, I had some, not a whole lot.
Uh-huh.
I've given you all my jewelry.
Uh-huh. I have those Bambi earrings. You know how you had that pin that was,
Yeah.
but you lost the pin. You remember you lost
I did.
Yeah. But then years later you gave me the 2 earrings with the Bambi, you know, the deer in it.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, where did y'all go? How did you get to Watcher Creek? Did you go by car?
Watchburg.
When you went out to
Oh,
eat?
yes. Uh-huh.
Went by car.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever go out in a boat from there?
No, I never did. I went to Chincoteague on a boat.
Uh-huh.
We went to Chincoteague. That's the only way you could get there then.
Uh-huh.
And I went to, we used to go to Chincoteague.
Uh-huh.
I never went with lunch.
Uh-huh.
I went on the boat.
Well, when you were teaching in Kentucky for those 2 years, what was your pay for those 2 years while you were there?
I started out at $75.
Uh-huh.
I may have gotten a little more when I went to Parkside, I remember.
Uh-huh.
But that's what I started, $75 a month.
Uh-huh.
But I had as much money then as I ever had it afterwards. Because we didn't have to pay in taxes
Uh-huh.
and things were cheap.
Yeah.
Postage stamps were 2 cents a piece, 2 cents. And boy, you could buy a pound of sugar for 5 cents. Everything was so cheap then.
Did you cook any at all when you were at the boarding house? Uh-huh.
We had a good cook and all second servings, anything we want. And that's where I learned to eat turnip greens.
Uh-huh.
It's the first time I'd ever eaten turnip greens. What's she doing? Taking that picture?
Well, didn't you miss your mom and dad being that far from them? Your mother?
Well, see, I could go home at Christmas.
Uh-huh.
I had time to go home at Christmas. Then I went home in the summer to stay the 3 months.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's been so long ago, I've forgotten a lot of it. I like Karen's dress.
Yeah. Can't say something
Do you
nice.
like it, Susan?
You can't say something nice.
Do you like my dress, Susan?
That's pretty pitiful. Pretty pitiful. I need to have some more questions here for this interview.
You're doing great. You're doing
That's
just
pretty
great.
ended.
Yeah, they really all look good. They look really good.
Don't waste your film, honey. Wait and take it to the baby.